Well, hello and thank you for tuning in to watch my kike. I am Mike, and today I'm here to bring you a monster. I'm typically a backpacker, but I do family camp with my family of 4, and while I've used a 4-person tent for several years, we decided to go with a 6, give us a little more moving room. And so I've got the new Wawona 6 from the North Face. This thing's huge. Weighs in at 21 pounds, sells for $3.99, has 86 square feet of space in it. The North Face basically took their Kaju 6, what they had last year, which was a double wall tent, which I don't know if you've ever tried to put a rain fly over top of a 6-person tent. You need a small team of flying creatures to kind of pull the thing over that. So they kind of went with a hybrid kind of single wall, open mesh on doors and stuff. So just to try to make it a lot easier to put up. So let's go ahead and put it up. I haven't put this one up yet. It's brand new for me. Got the footprint to put down too. I'll throw the thing out here and we'll take a look and see what it looks like. So it took me about 18 minutes to set it up for the first time. I think the hardest part about it was just figuring out which way was the front and the back, and the big vestibule and the little vestibule in the back. Just the way they had everything wrapped up in there made it a little harder. I think I'd kind of fold it up, make it easier. So let's take a look at it and check out some of the features, and we'll go inside. So we're back on what I would call the back part of the tent, and there is actually a vestibule back here that you can use. It's not huge, and I probably wouldn't recommend using this too much when it's raining. As you open this up, this part of it does actually overhang the floor of the tent, so you will get rain kind of dropping in there. But you can still store stuff back here. You've got, this much floor space from here out to the end. Stick some coolers, you could lay some bags and stuff out here. So there's quite a bit of room, especially with how wide it is. There's definitely a lot of room back there. And you do have door access back here that you can get into. The door is attached at the top, so it will just kind of drape down and hang right where you're sitting. And so what I would call the front vestibule, or the main vestibule, this thing's huge. Got a nice big door opening here. I have to duck just a little bit to get in here, but I can stand up once I'm inside of it. At this end of it, my head will hit the bottom of it, but at this end I can stand up without touching it. Let's look inside. So coming into the vestibule, when using the footprint for this, you do get this kind of foot mat thing that you can step on before you get into the tent. I like to kick my shoes off here and then step on the mat, and so you're not dragging a bunch of debris and stuff into your tent. So from the inside, there's the back door that we looked at first, and it is just attached across here. You do have 2 toggles here that you can roll the door up and get it up out of your way. In all 4 corners, you do have these large triangle-shaped pockets. There are not any pockets along just the side of the tent, but you do have those big pockets in the corners. And then they have their entertainment center here. It's even marked with a little iPad logo thing on it. You can drop your iPad in here and play a movie in it while you're laying back in your tent. I don't know, I like to get away from technology while I'm out, but to each his own. I wasn't quite sure about how these are hanging here on the mesh, because this whole front door and the back door for that matter, it is all mesh. There is no way to really close that off or zip it shut. You will probably get some sort of breeze in through there. Looks like the back vestibule, you could probably cinch it down to the ground a little more to eliminate some of that. But if you're somewhere where it's cold or windy, or you've got a lot of sand blowing, you might not really want that much open mesh material, especially down low. All the way across, front and back, is all mesh. Like I was saying, with the mesh stuff here, kind of dropping stuff in and out of here, over time, I don't know if dropping sharp things into here would kind of start working at this mesh. It feels pretty durable, and it hangs right from the section up here where the pulse helps supports it. So I don't think it's too much of a too much of an issue there, and the webbing right here seems to take most of that load. It's not really on the mesh itself. So you do have two large doors here. I've got one of them open right there, and just on the other side right there, same door on that side. So I've got one side of this opened up and the other side closed. So you've just got this large opening right here. It is basically just a window. You're going to have to shut that if it's raining. Up top you do have this vent window up here that you can open up, and it looks like if the rain's not blowing you should be able to keep all this open and get some ventilation. You do have a line that runs around the perimeter of the tent up top. Gives you a place to kind of hang some stuff to let it dry. And right at the peak of it there is a Velcro loop right here, so you can hang a lantern, headlamp, or something like that just to illuminate the whole tent. You can see on this side I've got that door closed up, and the vent is also closed up. Let's take a look and see what that looks like from the outside. So from the outside you can see the overhang of this right here. Like I said, if it's not blowing wind or with the rain and stuff, you could just keep those open. But the main window here you'll definitely want to close, and they're just two toggles, one there, and a zipper down each side, and you've got this flap here that'll keep the rain out of it. Velcro's just in one place, and then Velcro's across the bottom to keep the wind from flapping it open. And then these up here are just Velcroed stiffeners. You can just take those out, and then that'll Velcro down into place. Just like that. So now the question is it really a 6-person tent? I brought 3 pads out here. They're all regular size, so they're 20 by 72s. I have one from Sea to Summit, it's 20 and a half. So I've got 3 pads in here right now. And, you know, they're pretty much right next to each other, so we move that one to there. So you can have 5 across the back. Looks like you'll still have quite a bit of room. Well, on the end, you know, you've got that much you can divide between everybody. So you definitely have 5 there, and according to the diagram for the tent, your 6th person gets to sleep here. I don't know, right in front of the door. Maybe you'd shove them on that end so they could just crawl over everybody. So anyway, fitting 4 people that I'm going to have in here, we'll have plenty of room. Alright, so I'm not sure if I mentioned it earlier, but this large vestibule door right here, there is another one just like it on the other side of the vestibule, so you can open both of them up and get plenty of airflow through there. If it is windy out, they've got these guy out points coming off of here, right here, and back on the back pole on the gold, just to stabilize the tent a little bit in heavier winds. I do find it odd that they're so low, as the wind's going to be pushing up high on this too, so might be nice to have them up a little bit higher, but they will help down there. As with any tent of this size, it's big, it's tall, it's I think 77 inches tall at the top, so it's a lot of wide open surface area for heavy winds and stuff. With any tent this size, just, you know, be aware that it's not going to be the best thing to use in heavy winds. So, but overall, I think I'm going to be really happy with the tent. It's got a lot more room in it than my 4-person did. The attached vestibule, I don't have to try to throw a rain fly over the top of this thing. It's just got the pole sleeves going over the top, which setting it up, it was actually kind of nice. They don't seem to be all that long, and then they've just got the clips coming down the pole to finish it up. It's clean, it's taut, it seems to be well constructed. I don't see any foreseeable issues with it at this point, so I'll keep you posted as it gets used. So, new for 2017 is the Wawona 6 from the North Face. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, if you found it useful, I have a lot of other videos and a lot more coming. But please subscribe to my channel at Watch Mike Hike. You can just click the little subscribe button somewhere here maybe. And yeah, I'll see you on the trail. Happy trails. Bye.